Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mitali Gupta from Dr. Ambedkar Institute of Management Studies and Research. Today we will see control statement. Learning objective of this lecture is students will be able to understand what is control statement and what are its types. So what is control statement? Control statement basically is a phenomena by which we can understand the flow of control or how the program control or how the program execute. Control statement includes first the decision making statement which is consist of if else, nested if else ladder and switch case, and another part is loop structure which consists of while loop, for loop and do while loop. We'll start with the if statement. If statement is a very powerful decision statement. If statement is a decision making statement because it decides which block of the instructions is to be executed. As you can see, the general form of the if statement: if boolean expression, in the curly braces statement and then statement X. That means if the condition is satisfied, then the statement will be executed, otherwise statement will not be executed. So this is general form of if statement. You can see from the flow chart the control of the flow comes to the boolean expression, and then it will check for the condition whether the condition true or false. If it is true, then the block of statement will be executed and the flow of control will go accordingly. If the condition is false, it will directly jump to the statement X. That means if the condition is true, so whatever statement we have given, that will be executed, otherwise that particular block of statement will not be executed. Next is if else statement. In the previous if statement, we have seen only the situation when the statement is true, but what happened if the condition is false? So if else statement is an extension of if statement. The general form of the if statement is if boolean expression, then in the curly braces the block of statement, then else block. In the else block there is also block of statement and then statement X. We'll see from the flow chart. The control will check the condition whether the condition true or false. If the condition is true, the true block will be executed and then statement X will execute, and then the program will move further. If the condition is false, the false statement will be executed and then the statement X will be executed. For example, if you want to check whether the number is even and odd, so then in the boolean expression block, the condition will be checked for the even odd. If the condition is true, that means if the number is even, the even will be showed. If the number is odd, then the false block will be executed and number is odd will be shown. Next is nesting of if else statement. Nesting of if else statement, that means the if inside if. You can see the general form of if there is one condition. If that particular condition is true, then again one more condition will be there. If that particular condition is true, then only the statement 1 will be executed. That means the execution of statement 1 is depends on the condition 1 as well as the condition 2. If the condition 1 is true but condition 2 is false, then the statement 2 will be executed. But if the condition 1 is false, then directly the statement 3 will be executed. You can see from the flow chart condition block. If the condition is true, again one more condition is there. That particular condition is also having two parts. One is true and false. If the condition is true, the statement 1 will be executed. If the second condition is false, then the false block will be executed. Then the statement X will be executed. But if the first condition is false, then directly the statement 3 will be executed. The if else ladder. If else ladder means multiple if else statement. It is used when the multi path decision are involved. It is a chain of ifs in which the statement associated with each else is an if. That means if the condition 1 is false, the user will get the another condition. If the another condition is false, he will get another condition until and unless the default statement will not occur. Next is the switch case statement. Switch case statement is more like if else statement. The if statement increase the complexity of the program dramatically as the alternatives increases. The programs become difficult to read and follow. So C# offers an alternative with the help of switch statement. You can see the general form of switch statement, that is case value 1 block 1 then break, case value 2 block 2 then break, and then the default block and again break, and then the code of execution stop, then the statement X will be executed. Here the expression must be an integer type or the character or the string. Value 1, value 2 are constant or constant expressions and are known as case labels. Block 1, block 2 are the statement list and may be 0 or more statement. You can see from the example. In this particular example, user will get one message, that is select your choice. The user will enter choice. From the choice, it will directly go to switch statement and name. If the name is Paris, directly switch to the case Paris, and system will display guide 15 and will come out from the switch block. So this is an example of switch case statement. Fall through in switch statement. Usually C and C++ and Java, if you do not use break statement, then after case 1, if you do not use break statement with case 1, then the case 1 and case 2 both will be executed. But in C# it is not possible. If you want to execute the consecutive two cases, in that case you have to use the go to statement. As you can see in the example, case 1 x equal to y, go to case 2. If I want to move control directly onto the case 2, then I have to use go to keyword with that. Next is the loop statement. What is loop exactly? Loop is a block of statement which is executed repeatedly. For example, if I want to write a number from 1 to 100, then I need not to write every time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 100. I'll just put one condition, that is the value of n starts from 1 to 100, and we'll put that statement in the loop. So it will automatically execute the value of n, that is from 1 to 100. You can see the while loop, it is called as the entry control loop. In this, that it tests the condition is evaluated, and if the condition is true, then the body of loop is executed. The statement in the while block will be executed until and unless the condition is true. While test condition, so the control will come to the while statement, it will check for the condition. If the condition is true, the body of the loop will be executed. Again it will go for the condition check, whether the condition is true, again the body of the loop will be executed, and this process will go until the condition is true. When the condition is false, it will break the loop and jump out of the loop. We can see through the example. We can see through an example like class do while test. Do while test integer 2 count y, 2 equals to 2 count equals to 1, that is multiplication table. The value of count is 1, that is count is less than equal to 10. Yes, condition is true. That means the value of y equals to 2 into count, that means 2 into 1. The system will display the value 2. Now the value of count will be increased by 1, that is 2. Now again control will go to check the condition, 2 is less than equal to 10, condition true. Then again y equals to 2 into count will be executed. The system will display 2 into 2, that is 4. In the same way, control will execute 2 into 3 equals to 6, 2 into 4 equals to 8, up to 2 into 10 equals to 20. And then When the count is equal to 11, the system the control will go to while loop again to check the condition. This time condition will false and the control will jump out from the loop. Do statement is same as the while statement. The only difference is that it is known as the exit control loop. In the do while statement, the statement is executed whether the condition is true or false, because it execute the condition first, then it will go for checking the condition. You can see the syntax of initialization: do, body of the loop, then while, then test the condition. You can see here the body of the loop comes first and then the condition comes. Example of do while loop in the previous it is as same as the previous example which we have seen in the while loop. The only difference is that in this particular program, control will check the condition later. First it will execute the statement. So first it will execute the statement 2 into 1 equals to 2, then only it will go for the condition check. The benefit of this particular do while loop is it will execute once whether the condition is true or false. Next is the for loop. It is an entry control loop again. The syntax of for include the initialization, test condition and increment. First the initialization will happen, then control will go to test the condition. If the condition is true, the body of loop will be executed. After execution of body of loop, the control will go to increment section where the value gets increment, and again condition will check and then body of the loop will be executed. This process will continue till the condition is true. So all the three conditions, namely initialization, testing and incrementing, are placed in the for statement itself. Then the for each statement. For each statement is basically used with the array. It enables to iterate elements in array. The general form of for each loop is for each in the bracket type variable in expression, then body of the loop. The type and variables declare the iteration variable. During the execution, iteration variable represent the array element for which the iteration is currently being performed. You can see from the example. In this particular example, array symbol is giving integer array, int a variable of type integer which includes the four elements 11, 22, 33 and 44. For each integer m in array int, then console write plus m console dot write line. This is the program. You can see the integer m in array int, that means it will search for the array index. Array index in the 0 position, the first value will store in m, that will be 11. The second value stored in m is 22. The third value will store in m is 33, and the fourth value will store in m will be 44. And the break statement uses, whenever you want to jump out from the loop, you can make use of break statement. There are two statements, break and continue. Break statement is used to break the loop, or if you want to break the loop in between, then you can use break statement. But if you want to continue the loop after a particular pause, then you can use continue statement. So continue statement is basically used for bypassing and continuing in loop, whereas break statement is used to take out the control from the loop. So with this I am concluding my lecture. After this particular lecture, student will be able to understand the concept of control statement, which includes the decision making statement as well as loop structure. Decision making statement includes if statement, if else statement, nested if statement, if else ladder and switch case statement. Loop statement includes while loop, for each loop and do while loop as well as for each loop. And other than that, student will also understand the use of break and continue statement. Thank you so much.